week. So we need a little bit more information on all of that. So for that, we welcome back in our senior insider, Sharpe. Before we dig into this just a little bit further, let's focus on what has happened here. JJ Redick did get an extension, Shams. How did the Lakers agree to this?
Malika, so I'm told the Lakers gave JJ Redick a 2-year extension, so that gives them a total of 5 years through 2029, 2030 at $45 million. So this makes it clear JJ Redick is the coach, not just now, but moving forward for the long term, beyond just the LeBron James era in Los Angeles. And as these coaching contracts are continuing to go up, as his deal is starting to end, and as he has 1 year tick off, they wanted to make sure they gave him 2 extra years, so he's locked in there till 2030.
All right, so JJ Redick, that extension is taken care of. So now we can talk about the extension that we did not see. JJ Redick and team president Rob Pelinka spoke on LeBron James's future. Take a listen.
The first thing we want to do in terms of LeBron and his future is just give him absolute respect to choose his story with his family in terms of how many years he's going to continue to play. He's earned that right, and he's the best one to talk about that in terms of how many years he'd like to play. First things first would be for him to be able to make the decisions he wants to in terms of how long he wants to play. We're going to continue to honor and respect that and let him speak into that.
Was able to spend some time with him here in LA a couple weeks ago, and I came away from that thinking that he's in a great spot mentally, and know he's going to give us his absolute best.
Our NBA reporter Dave McMenamin was in that room yesterday. Dave, what do you take away from JJ and Rob's comments here?
Well, I followed up with Rob after he gave his initial answer saying that he would be welcome to LeBron deciding where his future goes. And I said, what if LeBron's decision is in the summer of 2026 he wants to re-sign with the Lakers? And Rob said, we would love if LeBron retired as a Laker. He didn't discuss the option of actually extending another deal. And to me, that was notable, the fact that he spoke about the idea of LeBron retiring a Laker, not retiring in 27 as a Laker,
right now.
Retiring as a Laker.
Right, essentially after this season is reading between those lines. So do the decisions they've made this summer signal to you, Tim, that LeBron, he's going to be in the purple and gold for multiple years beyond just this year?
I think it goes back to Dave's questions, why it was the right thing to ask yesterday, which is what are the plans for both LeBron James and the Lakers? Like, yeah, you could say the Lakers have made things better and maybe LeBron will want to stay, but that doesn't get back to the central question of do the Lakers want LeBron James back? And right now, I think going through this season, this is all going to be about, as you look at the depth chart here that the Lakers have, are both sides in this marriage beyond this season? Or is this a marriage of convenience for right now because there wasn't a better option on the table? And will for either side there be a better option next summer? Perhaps there won't be a better option for either side and they come back for another year. Or perhaps the Lakers can get some different players that they want to have around Luka Doncic instead, or perhaps LeBron James could find a place he'd rather be. But I think until we get clarity from either LeBron or the Lakers that they definitely want to be together after this year, I don't think this question's going away, and I suspect Dave will be asking it a few more times throughout the season.
LeBron James' focus is really just on this season, and his future beyond that is really dependent on how this team is doing and where does this team stack up, what kind of start they get off to. And the one request he has made that Rich Paul gave in his statement on the opt-in day right before July was he wants the action for this team to become a title contender and compete for a championship. Outside of that, LeBron James, my understanding is he hasn't been involved at all in Lakers operations. He's going to report for media day, training camp, and we'll see how this team looks. But there hasn't been the inquiries from LeBron James on what's going on here, what's going on there. He's been enjoying his summer, and then he's going to report on media day, and we'll be off to the races from there.
And when we talk about how this team looks, Sean, we have to think about what they have in terms of assets to make the team better if they don't look as good as everybody wants them to be, all the stakeholders. So what does that mean? Does it mean that they're going to be moving on from some of the expiring contracts that they can put together to go after a player that's out there on the market? Does it mean the 2031 or 2032 draft pick that they have available? They can trade one of them. Will they put that towards the center of the table? And will there be a tension if they don't? Because perhaps LeBron James's camp would say, Are you planning for the future when we're not here, and then you only use it then? Or we heard that you want to make this team as competitive as possible. If we need to pivot here, let's put all the assets to the table.
Luka Doncic is going to be a huge part of the way this team looks this year, right? And in addition to what LeBron James is going to do and what his future is going to look like, skinny Luka has been a huge topic of conversation, for lack of a better term. And we got our opportunity for the first time to hear JJ Redick's thoughts. Take a listen.
I get the sense from talking to him all summer, spending time with him, not only just here, but at the Backstreet Boys, that this is his life now. This is his routine. This is just a daily commitment to the new standard that he's set for himself. His excitement level, not just in what he hopes the season will be, but his excitement level in embracing this new standard was very high. Whatever emotions he was going through post-trade, like it had an effect on him. So again, it goes back to what I just said about LeBron. I expect the best version of Luka, and it's my job as a coach to bring that out on a daily basis.
You could say that Luka has a fire. One desire. Luka Doncic's 34.7 points a game at Eurobasket this summer. They were the third most at a single tournament in Eurobasket history, and the most since Greece's Nick Gallis in 1989. Dave, what's your favorite Backstreet Boy? Just kidding. We're not going to go with the Backstreet Boy songs, but JJ Redick does expect the best version of Luka Doncic, and we've seen glimpses of that this summer. It culminated in that contract. But what do the Lakers think that looks like? How does it translate on the floor?
Well, you best believe when I say that when Rob Pelinka went out to Poland this summer, thank you, he saw leadership from Luka Doncic, not only in the games that he was playing as part of Slovenia's team for Eurobasket, but the way he carried himself in non-game situations, just by setting the example of his dedication 24/7 to the role he's playing. And obviously, LA is the city of stars. It's Hollywood. His initial audition to be the face of the franchise was okay. But his callback audition this summer he nailed the part. And that's the guy they want to see leading the franchise moving forward beyond LeBron James whenever the end of LeBron comes.
Well, and that's the tension that we go back to with LeBron James, right? Like, for the first time in the career of LeBron James, maybe going back to when he's 10 or 11 years old, when you saw those clips we showed earlier, LeBron James is not the focal point of the team that he's on. Luka Doncic is very clearly front and center as the guy the Lakers are focused on. And LeBron James is an ancillary piece. And that is a clear tension point going back to all the discussion about opting in this summer, the discussion about what this season is going to look like. Again, to Dave's question, would you like to have LeBron back next year? We'd love to have him retire as a Laker. That's not an answer to the question. And until either LeBron or the Lakers answer that question, that's where we're going to stay in that space.
Well, it seems like on Monday, that's where we're going to start to get the answers to these questions. Of course, Luka Doncic, he is entering the season with the third shortest odds to win MVP. We're going to hear from Luka Doncic and LeBron James on Monday at Lakers Media Day. Hey, before we head to break, we have some unfortunate news. Shams, what more can you tell us about the Memphis Grizzlies?
Another injury in Memphis. Their big man, Brandon Clark, he will undergo surgery, and he's expected to be reevaluated in about 6 weeks. So he's going to miss time to start the season. Jaren Jackson Jr. will be missing time to start the year. Zach Edey will be out to start the season. So another year of injuries going into the season, but they are